Aquarius, hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you are new to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. There we go. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Aquarius Tarot. Love reading, love messages. A reading where we're checking in with feelings, thoughts, intentions, what you might need to know, don't see coming, any moves being made. Let's take a deep dive. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see for Aquarius. Please show us the cards, Aho. The Empress is here, Aquarius. The High Priestess is here in reverse, which is actually moving to your first placement, as the Empress wanted to be in your overall energy. Four of Swords. Expansive is in reverse. Okay, Eight of Swords is in the upright. And it's here where this person's energy is really strong. Three of Cups is in reverse. Ten of Wands is in the upright. Three of Cups in reverse is connecting to the Four of Swords. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, Strength card, both in the upright. So this is someone you're either not talking to or communication hasn't really been going well. In fact, it could be for some of you we're in this sort of pause or break after a conversation, a communication that, was sort of going sideways. Something is coming in here. And I have a feeling, I have a pretty strong feeling that it's somebody who's opening up, finally. It's also really clear to me that this is somebody that you are waiting on, but it could be one foot out the door. Oh, wow. Maybe even two. We also have the Emperor here. So right out of the gate, you're reading, here we go. Aquarius, the Empress and the Emperor are both here. They're both in the upright. This is a kind of a power couple energy. It's when it works. Also when it doesn't, it can be intense. But I also want to validate, for me, this is validating that you're both here. I also want to validate that somebody is actively working on getting out of, like, breaking a silence. So whether the silence has been going on for a while, or you're around them, or you're just not talking at all, I do want to validate if this is someone that you can see. It could definitely be at that gathering, in particular a wedding. Okay, interesting. So somebody, wow. Somebody has regret. This person had every chance. Oh my gosh. These are the last two, I believe. Yeah. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. It's in reverse. There's a lot of reversal energy here, including both the Lover's card and the Two of Cups. Yeah, so we're definitely in an energy of, I feel no contact, no communication. And for some of you, maybe you're around them and you're just not talking, but it's pretty strong for me. Just even look here. We have both the Six of Cups and the Lover's card, and they're both in reverse. They're both wanting to go here where this person's energy is really strong. So whether this is somebody from really far back in the past or it's more of a recent past, it is really incredibly clear that this is somebody who wants to apologize to you. Is it because they didn't make a decision? It's still on the table somehow, but it's also kind of not, because how much are you even waiting anymore, or how long has it been? The Strength card is here in the upright, a Leo energy, connected to the heart chakra, somebody literally getting over their pride to come here. Look at this. Strength card on the other end, the Empress, and in the middle, the Six of Pentacles. What are they bringing? What do they want to bring? Well, look where it's wanting to go, first of all. It's the Three of Swords in reverse, which is an apology, and it's connecting to the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it's validating for me that you've been waiting long enough that, yeah, somebody has an apology to make based on that. Could this be for some of you that it's connecting to marriage? Were you planning on moving forward? Were you already in that energy? Yeah, it's definitely here. Again, I don't believe that it is for everybody, but it's here. The Four of Wands. And this is something that you either stop talking about or really just you never finish talking about, because it does feel like it's unfinished. There's something hidden here in the High Priestess energy. It's also here with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And somebody hasn't been honest about something. They've been in their head. And I feel like it really is connected to, for a lot of you, it is connecting to marriage, but that could be other things as well. Was somebody not clear about something? Because they have regret for some bad decisions. I mean, and they're living in the past. They're in it, like they're in their head with it. They're very much in their head regarding this decision. It could be more than one, and I also feel like it's about decisions that literally weren't made, like what you were waiting for. And I want to tell you something. If you're here like weeks later, months later, years later, you're here when you're meant to be here. All readings, the tarot closet, they're timeless. They're really meant for you when you find them, when you find each other. But I also want to tell you, I am channeling still under the energy of the full moon lunar eclipse that goes on for weeks, and specifically, more importantly, under Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And also, by the way, Jupiter has gone direct today. So this is really not surprising to me, because this is somebody that you might be expecting it, you might not be expecting it, but it's somebody who I feel is working on making some kind of contact or breaking some kind of silence, and it really is around an apology. It's both around things that were said and and also things that were not said. And there's also this energy of a length of time. So it's connecting somehow to timing and a length of time. And this is also really validating. The Ace of Cups is in reverse. And that is an energy of disappointment. So were you planning to discuss it or move forward toward marriage or some other level of commitment? Because we also have the Ace of Pentacles here, and I feel like that's what didn't happen, some kind of next level there, but it's also what really never got talked about. This person really never apologized. So that's clearly coming in, and maybe you even gave up on receiving the apology. What has been held back, again, in this High Priestess energy in reverse? And I want to validate something around, for those of you that are broken up, I want to validate here with our Three of Swords, the possibility that, yeah, just even here with the Empress and the High Priestess here and the Emperor, but not necessarily around, it's not about gender. But I want to say if there's been some kind of a third party around why things are here, like connecting to what happened here, there's definitely an apology there and the truth about it, that they've been holding back. They're definitely not wanting to hold back anymore. And part of that Nine of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Wands, it's like put those wands down. Really, for me, look, the King of Swords. For me, it's around this intense energy. They're just they almost can't help themselves. I don't feel like It's somebody who's really super, what do I want to say, arrogant? But I do feel like there is some pride here. And there's a little bit of fear of like, would you even reject the call or the message or having a conversation if you can see each other? The Strength card connected to the heart chakra, our lion quite literally looking up at the sun at what to reveal here, which has been hidden here. Where did it go? Why am I feeling like the moon in reverse is here? Okay, well, the moon in reverse is here because that's truth and clarity. And that has just been in my mind that it's in your reading. It doesn't need to be on the table. That's what they're looking at in the sun, the new cycle, but the luminary of what they've been hiding here in the High Priestess. The King of Swords. This person, if you can see them, is either going to be walking up to you, I feel like. And if you can't see them, a phone call, a message, an email, how do you normally communicate? Because they literally can't help themselves. Yet look, the star is here in reverse, your energy, Aquarius, because they never responded, I feel like. This is somebody who never properly responded, who never apologized. Yet we can see that these choices that they made, there are some bad decisions here. They do have regret. It led to where things are now, which for a lot of you is just somebody you're not talking to. They're literally living in this past. And they just, for whatever reason, want to apologize to you. And I just want to tell you, even this Ace of Swords in reverse, you're in this energy, Aquarius, as well as Gemini and Libra. And the Two of Swords, a Libra energy, is this energy around them, like figuring out how to come in and communicate with you. Whether, again, it's in person or it's via message. I mean, everything that's been held back here and look, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Two of Cups is also here in reverse. So a really strong validation around the separation, the no contact, no communication, or in separation with this person. The Magician is also in reverse. And that's kind of an all over the place energy for me. The Magician has access to all the elements, that the Empress has access to, because the Empress is the leader of all 12 star signs. But this reversal energy is a validation that they just, between the two of you, things didn't reach their potential. And it takes two, right? But just the energy that's coming in around this person, whatever blame they need to take, they never did. And that's what is here. It's like they were, for whatever reason, not telling you things or dragging their feet. I do feel like there was some ghosting involved here. It's not quite coming through, you could say, in the cards, but it is here. The Knight of Swords, a Libra, and Mercury energy. Again, this reversal energy also with the Three of Cups. I feel like the last conversation there was just a lot of discord. A lot of things were said. A lot of things were not said. It's literally around this Ace of Pentacles, so what you were planning or where you were. Look at our Ace of Pentacles today, and the deck I chose for you with the Tarot Closet. They're holding on to a really big crystal, which is clarity, which I believe you really never got. I also want to tell you, I feel like you may have even seen some sort of movement in social media or a message that appears and maybe even disappears because they're I don't know, it's almost like they're trying to perfect what they want to say, the kind of person they are. Transformation is here. I feel like it's, and change. I feel like it's around this person, but it's more about what they're thinking now and how they're feeling drawn to want to say this to you. I don't feel like a lot of things have changed in their situation or in their life, whatever that may be. In particular, just a validation if you are a twin flame, that's really incredibly clear. The separation energy, the divine masculine, divine feminine energy has been laid out straight pretty clearly since the beginning of your reading. And whatever this connection is, because it's not for everybody that it's a twin flame, it is somebody who is doing some shadow work. And by the way, I'm not reading Oracle in reverse. The soulmate card is here. Look what this person is doing. They're sitting down and they're writing. It says wish. And here's the thing. I think this is all about the communication. King of Swords, Gemini, and Mercury energy strategizing totally in their head here, connected to the Nine of Pentacles. So for me, also, I want to tell you, Aquarius, they see you as somebody who has it together. This is how they're seeing you. And maybe that's part of why they're stalling, or why it's been so long and why suddenly they're here. Because, okay, and hear me out, but I'm just getting a message. Is this yours? That it's like they don't feel good. They don't feel good enough somehow. And maybe they're not, it's not for me to say. That's just a message that is coming in. But they're kind of looking at it all now and realizing, yeah, the part that they played was quite big, I feel. And they're seeing you as a soulmate. And it's interesting because as I'm saying that, I'm looking at the Seven of Wands, and there's definitely like an energy that just came over me of, yeah, whatever. Like, sort of from you, not wanting to hear it. Like, that's a protective kind of energy. Things did not move. And here's what's interesting with, in particular, I just want to say with Jupiter going direct, and here with expansive in reverse, that's connecting me to Jupiter, which is expansive at things coming and things, this reversal is a validation that things have been leaving. But I feel like it's kind of turning over, you know what I mean? Like it's going into the upright in this direct energy, coming here with the Ten of Wands, everything that this person, I don't even know that they thought about saying it then, but there's all this stuff that's coming up that they want to say to you. And I feel like, again, they're in their head thinking about what to say. They might be writing actual messages to send and deleting them. And there is the moon energy that I was feeling. Okay. Yeah, it's here. High Priestess in reverse, Cancer and moon energy. The moon. What has been unsaid? What has been hidden? What did you never expect to hear? Because that's what's coming in. It's very much connected to an apology. And it is a very emotionally open and honest energy. And there's a ton of Gaia energy. Just even the Empress, I believe one of your first energies coming out, wanting to take the overall energy spot. That's Mother Earth. I also want to validate if you can see each other at something where there is community, friends, family, coworkers, maybe for some of you, if you can see this person, that there is a pretty jarring, unexpected, emotional energy of seeing each other and communicating. Now, if you can't see each other, it still has this energy of this being jarred by hearing from them. Like stomach turning, kind of like this, your stomach kind of turns energy. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that turning as in not feeling well, although that could be the case. But the sort of flips that you feel. Guide is here. Growth is here. Where do you want to go? Transition and trust yourself. Okay, so that's the other thing. Two of Swords. Trust yourself. This is also like uprighting the High Priestess and around decisions. Trusting your intuition also in the moon. I got to bring that through. For some of you, if this is so jarring that you just don't even want to go there, there is that energy of illusion. That's really connecting more so, though, I have to say, to what this person has been doing. But where this takes you is going to be really specific for you, but it's really clear that I feel like there's a decision to make around it, because you definitely have 1 foot, if not 2 feet, if not all your feet out the door of this person that you have been or you were waiting on, who has this to say. So it could also be that it opens some things up, and there is this, this energy of really needing to think about what it is that you want to do from here. Where do you want to go from here with this information? Where are you guided to go? The guide card is here. It's an owl, which is interesting because an owl is a Scorpio and they can hold back some emotions, which is a lot of what happened here. And that's the other thing. It does not feel to me like that it's somebody who is coming in with intentions to even carry things on, because I just don't feel like that's even possible in this connection somehow. And again, if you're a twin flame, that's really clear why. It's just something that they're in their head about right now. And with this astrological, with the alignments and what's going on currently, I'm not going to go too far into that. I'll just tell you that it is just really super strong that they would just out of the blue be like, okay, this is what I want to say to you. With that said, I want to say here, growth, change, transformation. It is also somebody who's realizing your worth. Yeah. And for a lot of you, too little, too late. And that's the thing. That's part of it. They're just in this past energy. All the things that have been hiding from them, hiding from you, are surfacing now. They're surfacing. They're coming up to the top, and that's what's happening. So it could even just be like, what the heck is this? Because something has changed around them, and they are... they're just wanting to say this to you. And that's what this reading is today. I think of you daily. So the Tarot Closet, channeled love messages. This is interesting. I don't deserve you, but I want you. Now that is an energy that did come in. I have to bring something else forward as well. Some of you, it's clear that there's a distance here. Also, for those of you that this has been around platonic and or physical in the past, even if it's long distance, that energy is still here, but it's also connecting with your particular collective, I want to say, for messages that you need to hear. That I feel like it was more for this person than what they let on. But for some of you, it's been so long, it's like, I don't know. It's like, what the heck is going on? I think of you all the time. Unexpected is just a word that keeps coming through. I was stupid to let you go. This validation, like something in their life too, situations, them, has really changed. They're still, so this is something I just heard. Okay, I made a bad decision, by the way. It's right here with the Lovers in reverse, and I regret it. I'm still learning, is what I just heard. I made a bad decision. It was my fault. You didn't deserve how badly I treated you. So this is coming through pretty loud and clear. They hold you in a high regard, but that's not how they were behaving. Yeah. And you're the person that is on their mind in this past energy, and all the things that are coming through here, I feel like they want to say to you, that could very, very likely come through in messages. As in, voicemail or social media. How do you normally communicate? Here it is again. I made a wrong decision. Yeah, I think it's just all related to what happened here. The last love message, I was stupid. Okay, so they want to end it on. Standing on the moon and the soulmate card, the two of you, but also, again, connected here to the moon. feelings that have been hidden. That's the other thing I do want to bring through before we close today, is that for those of you when it changed or ended, stopped, paused, whatever, that's part of it, because I feel like you just didn't know how they felt. And it still feels like, yeah, like they're a little bit all over the place still. And this is what came through today, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me, the Tarot Closet. I'll see you next time.